Did you notice I did bring a pop in for you this week?
Nope, I just automatically grabbed it from out there.
I actually made a point of bringing one in because he always complains that he has. I don't like to have them in the refrigerator in the house here because I'm tempted by them. But I really made the big mistake of buying Dr. Pepper, which is one of my favorites.
Yeah.
But I leave it in the garage. So when we run out of Pepsi, you'll have to drink Dr. Pepper.
You won't run out of Pepsi.
No, because I always get what my kids like.
Exactly.
Today is Ask Us Anything because it's Wednesday. And we're going to talk about some other things first. Our video yesterday went up late because Jimmy had to work overtime. I think he had to make up for Monday because Jimmy had a little scare on Monday.
A big scare. Actually, it was Sunday.
Oh, that's right. It would have been Sunday night, yeah. Into Monday morning.
Yes, because I was golfing Sunday, and I got about to the 12th hole, and I had got the worst pain, like right in the groin area. And I'm like, I looked at Steve, and I'm like, something's wrong. Like, you're just being dramatic, you know, he maybe just swung and pulled a muscle or something. I'm like, yeah, you're probably right. So then I kind of pushed on it a little bit, and I was like, oh, okay, it went away, maybe he's right. So I golfed 2 more holes, and then it was like, not pain, but like, it's there. So then I drove all the way home, and as soon as I walked in the house, like, I was bent over, like, and Samantha's like, what's wrong? I'm like, we're going to the hospital. I don't know what's going on, but I think it's a hernia or something, but I'm going. There was a bulge, like if this was my stomach, that big, sticking out. And I'm like, that is not normal. No. Well, apparently I had a tear and I had a hernia. And so I'm like, well, what is the bulge? And the guy's like, well, that's your intestines coming out of your body. I'm like, not good. So we got there at 7:30. And I did not get out of there until 3:30 in the morning. So the doctor came in, they did all the tests, everything was fine. Well, he had to push it back in. So then he decided to like put his hand like right where my leg and everything else meet. And he said, I'm just gonna be honest, this isn't gonna be fun. He's like, I need you to cough as hard as you can. And I'm like not thinking like, oh, this is what we're doing. I'm just, he wants me to cough like a normal physical, right? So I coughed, and little did I know that the pressure he had on it when I coughed pushed it all back in. So I wanted to throw up so bad. I was like, and he's like, there it is, it's back in. And I'm like,
let's not do that again.
I don't want to do that. And he's like, well, I got a special belt for you that you can wear so it won't come out. But I do have to have a surgery on it. So, but I find out.
But you can still go to work.
Yeah, I can still go to work and do things with the belt on and all that. So that was fun. Oh, and the security there, they must have, because that's where Jamie works.
Yeah.
And she's always telling me, security
that's her stepdaughter.
Yeah, security's going crazy today, you know, and I'm always like, oh, yeah, whatever. So you can hear everything going off. So then I hear EMS arriving at ICU room 5. And then it stops. And then like 5 seconds later, it's like, security to ICU room 5 now. I'm like, that was quick. It was just security everywhere. I'm like, I would hate to be security at a hospital.
Did you ever find out what it was?
Samantha did. She was like, some guy was getting irate, like, because he wanted someone to call his wife, but it turned out that he was one of them people that just show up at the hospital to get drugs every other week. Yeah. You know, like, hey, ran out, I need some more, kind of thing.
There you go.
So, but that was my fun weekend.
Yeah, he didn't call me while he was in the hospital, though. He did call me yesterday to let me know.
Well, I didn't want you to worry. Yeah. And Samantha, I already told her, I go, hey, if anything happens, she goes, I know, I'll call you. I can call her right now. I'm like, I don't want her to worry. Yeah. Everything's fine right now.
Yeah, I say you can call me anytime, day or night.
Yep.
I'll roll over and go back to sleep.
And then, the funniest one was they gave me, I can't think of the drug they gave me. Because I took blood.
Yeah.
And then they gave me, whatever it is, they lock it up religiously. Like, they don't let anybody get it. It's like more than like morphine.
More than oxy?
Yeah, more than oxy, more than morphine, whatever it is. And I didn't know this until after. So like, okay, so they give me that. Now I haven't ate anything all day. Literally nothing. So they pop that in, and I'm like, they're like, okay, you can go now. So now it's 3:30 in the morning. I look at Samantha, I'm like, we got to stop at McDonald's, something. Just get me like an Egg McMuffin, just something to eat. She's like, all right. So then we go to McDonald's.
So they're open at 3:30?
Yeah, the one on Hall Road is 20 by all the hotels. So
Oh,
they're
okay.
open. So then we finally get that. I take one bite, and then that drug kicked in. I was like, oh. And she's like, are you all right? I'm like, shh, try not to throw up. It was an eventful night.
Anyway, you didn't ask, but we share.
Hey, I share everything.
Yeah, that's true. But we do have some questions. Dish with D wants to know, what do you always slice to put on your plate? Something like a tomato or something. I used to slice my apples all the time because my teeth were bothering me. But now I just bite into my apples, and so I'm fine.
I have tomatoes with every meal.
Really?
A little tomato and some salt.
I don't really slice a tomato. I just kind of quarter a tomato. You slice it, actually slice it?
I go in half. I don't know why, but I cut it in half, and then I slice it. And then I slice it.
I just quarter. I take the core out, and then I quarter it.
Oh, I keep the core in. Just go for it. All of it.
No. Do you eat the corn on the cob, too? Somebody I know eats the cob.
Oh.
I don't know who it is, but somebody...
No.
One time when Birdie's my sister-in-law, she invited us over for dinner when she was first married. She was like 19. And she had corn on the cob, and nobody could eat it because it was feed corn.
Oh.
She said, oh, it was a really good price. Yeah, because it was feed corn.
Oh, what was the one? Because all the drywallers at work that we hire are Mexican, so they're always cooking food, you know. And so, I can't, maybe someone will know. Whatever it is, it's the one they cook in the corn husk.
I don't know.
Whatever it is, but they cook the tortata or tortilla, or not tortilla, but whatever they cook, they put they cook it in a corn husk, and then they cook in. You're supposed to open the corn husk and then eat it. So he's like,
With the corn, too?
no, you just
you
take
take
that.
the
That's
corn.
how they cook it.
Oh, okay.
So they come up and they're like, hey, Jimmy, I know you like all that, you know. So they give me a big plate, and I look at David. I go, you want some? And he goes, yeah. So he takes it, and he goes off to his car, and he comes back, and I go, how was it? And he's like, that was hard to eat. How do you eat that? And I go, well, you take it out of the corn, and you pick it up like a regular taco and eat it. And he goes, I ate the whole thing. I go, what do you mean? He goes, he ate the corn husk and he just, he goes, that was hard to chew, but I ate it.
Oh.
I'm like, oh.
Stay clear of the bathroom after that.
Exactly.
Okay, number 2, Smoky Cat 100, whose name is Kathy Erman Woolsey, wants to know what your favorite cereal is.
Oh, Rice Krispies.
My favorite cereal is Wheaties.
And I know it's bad, and it's not Weight Watcher friendly, but what I do is I have a cereal bowl, and it's not a regular bowl. It's a half a cereal box bowl, one of them.
It's a serving bowl.
It is. So I'll take about that much Rice Krispies, pour it in, round of sugar, and then I'll put that much more, a round of sugar, and then I'll put that much more, a round of sugar, and then I'll put milk in, and then one more round of sugar. And then you get 4 pieces of toast with extra Land O'Lakes butter.
Has to be Land O'Lakes.
It has to be Land O'Lakes. And this grosses everybody out, but then I dip it. I dip the toast in the cereal.
See, now, and he says that because I like Cheerios, but I like orange juice on my Cheerios instead of milk. It's the only cereal I do that with. I don't do it with any other cereals. But just my Cheerios, I put orange juice on it. But when my kids were growing up, the sugar thing is my fault because I never bought sugar-coated cereals.
Nope.
I always told them they could
So-
have, like if they had, he for the longest time thought he was eating Frosted Flakes.
Yeah, Wheaties.
Cornflakes.
Or cornflakes.
They were
yeah.
cornflakes with sugar on it. But, and then for me, do I measure my fruit and my cheese and all that? I don't measure my fruit because I eat a lot of fruit. I know that. But I don't measure it. I try to limit it, but... And I don't like fat-free cheese. I'm going to eat the full-fat cheese and just take the points. Do you measure your fruit?
No, I don't eat that much fruit. I'll have like an orange.
See, I like
And
orange
some
juice.
We have some grapes on the counter that I eat.
I'll eat a grape in a pinch, but I like grapes, but I don't know, they're too much work.
Yeah, we get red grapes and green grapes, and we put them in a bowl on the counter.
No, when my mother bought them, she always bought the ones with the seeds, and so it was always a pain.
Yeah.
I know you can get them seedless now.
Yeah.
But back then you couldn't, and so that kind of turned me off.
I don't know why, but I remember her peeling a green apple, and she could peel that thing.
And one
little.
Yeah.
But I'm like, how is she doing that?
We got a lot.
And then she'd put the peel on the side because I like the peel.
Yeah.
And she'd put the peel on the side and chop them up.
See, when I was growing up, we didn't have, the only time we had a real dessert was on Sundays, or your birthday, you got a cake.
Or Christmas. You got fruit for Christmas.
Or Christmas, yeah. Or Easter, you got a candy bar or something
Yeah.
but like that. But other than like dessert after a meal. But we always had, well, we did have chocolate pudding once in a while, because I told you I like the skin off the chocolate pudding. But she would make a big bowl of fruit, and she would slice up the apples and the oranges and bananas, and then she'd mix it all together, and then the juices from everything would be together, and that was our dessert. That might be the love of fruit that I have. Okay, Ann Carey wants you to tell the story about your fire hat. I meant to tell you to bring it, and I forgot.
Oh, that was from Uncle Frank.
Yep, in Boston.
In Boston, and we went to Boston, and you can correct me because I was young. I don't know if the story is true. He had that hat,
Helmet.
and the helmet, and then the city of Boston seen it and was like,
It was,
"All right,
it was too much soot on it.
there's too much soot on your helmet,
Yeah.
so you have to have a new helmet." And he's like, "No, this is a good luck helmet. I'm not taking this helmet off." So they sent him one anyway. And since I was visiting, he's like, "Hey, Jimmy, you like fire trucks? Look, I got a brand new hat for you." So he gave me the brand new hat instead of him switching it out.
Because he was in so many fires.
Oh, he was in a lot.
A lot of fires, and then he died of a heart attack. He worked like a triple shift or something. He was a runner. He ran in the marathons and everything, and it was a hotter day. And when he got off of work after a triple shift, which I know they don't sleep, they're not working the whole time. Sometimes they're sleeping, but and he was running, and he had a heart attack, and he passed away. He was young. I think he was like 62. So
I got to pull the horn going through Boston.
Got to be pushed off to the kicked out of the brig.
Yep, got kicked out because I got a call.
I had to go to a real fire, but he was with his dad, so. It wasn't like he abandoned him on the side of the road, and he did call for somebody to come pick you up.
That's true.
So you weren't left alone. Sherry over at the Lion's Share wants to know, do you ride roller coasters, or did you when you were younger?
Not now. When I was younger, I rode a lot of roller coasters.
No, I remember Jim and I went on a roller coaster on our honeymoon, because we went to Cedar Point for our honeymoon, and I think it was called the Blue Streak.
Yep.
And I kept thinking I was going to fall out. I was never so scared in my life. And I thought, no, I'm never going on a roller coaster. And so that was the only time I've ever been on a roller coaster until we went to Florida. And we were walking up, and it was like walking up like a circle to get to the top. And I kept hearing all these people screaming. And my family kept saying, no, it's the other ride. It's the other ride. Don't pay attention to it. Space Mountain, which is a roller coaster in the dark, and it was terrible. I couldn't wait for that ride to end. And everybody said, "Oh, it was only 3 minutes." I went, "That was 3 minutes." It seemed like an hour. It was so bad.
To say the last one I went on was at Cedar Point. I went on the Gemini, or no, I didn't go on the Gemini first. We got in line for the new ride, which was the Magnum, and that thing was like,
no.
And I looked at that and went, I am not getting on that. And went over to the Gemini, and it's the last roller coaster I rode when I was like 21.
I like the log ride and things like that, which I think are technically like but they're not really roller coasters.
No.
Brandy Granton wants to know, what's your favorite salad dressing?
It's hard to pick because I like Olive Garden dressing.
I like Olive Garden dressing.
And I like Caesar dressing.
I can take or leave that.
And Thousand Island dressing. Those are my go. And ranch, but the first three are my go-tos.
My favorite is Thousand Island from Rossetti, which is 6 points for 2 tablespoons, which that's a lot. But then, but I do like the Kraft, which is still, it's 5 points. If I'm going to spend 5 points,
Hidden Valley.
I'm going to get the next one. I don't like Hidden Valley.
Nobody likes Hidden Valley, but me for some reason.
Well, the grandkids like Hidden Valley.
Yeah, Samantha doesn't like it.
No. But then my second choice would be Olive Garden. And I do like the Panera, which is only 1 point for 2 tablespoons of the poppy seed dressing. But no, if I'm going to spend the points on salad dressing, I'm going to have the good salad dressing for 6 points. What kind of movies do you like?
I like all kinds of movies. I like older movies, funny movies. Mostly, I can't get out of the 80s, so any 80s comedy. Like Cool Hand Luke, I like that.
I don't like the older movies like Jim likes.
Any Clint Eastwood movie. Any Clint Eastwood movie.
Go ahead, make my day.
Oh, yeah.
No, because Jim watches like sometimes, he watched the other day Ben-Hur. in silent movie because it was on the movie Turner
Right.
Classic Movie. You lost me. I don't like space movies at all.
Why?
I just don't like space movies. They're just, like I went and saw Star Wars only because Harrison Ford was in it, but I don't like Star Wars. I don't like Star Trek. I don't like any of those. I don't like Scream movies.
I don't think they asked what you don't like. I think they asked what you liked.
I'm trying to narrow it down, I guess. I like chick flicks.
Yeah, she does.
I do like chick flicks, and I like comedies, and I like a few dramas. I do like a good drama, not an old-fashioned drama.
Yeah.
What kind of music do you like?
Heavy metal. Heavy metal, classic rock.
See, it depends on what mood I'm in. I like, I love musicals. I love musicals.
I like musicals too.
But the Shmigadoon was on Apple. Yeah, it was, no. I did watch all 6 episodes.
They laugh at me at work because if I'm framing something, I will listen to heavy metal because I'm framing, so I listen to heavy metal. If I'm doing drywall, I'll listen to classic rock. If I'm putting in an acoustic ceiling or doing any finish work, I listen to yacht rock. Which, I don't know if anyone knows what yacht rock is. Just look it up on Pandora.
I don't even know what it is, so I'm going to have to look
It's
it up.
all basically like Billy Ocean, like, Chicago, like all the sappy little
love story songs.
Yeah, they're just like mellow.
Oh, I listen to classical if I'm reading. I like to listen to classical music, and if I'm in the car, I like to listen to like latest hits. I don't like opera, although there's a few operas that I do like, which is kind of odd. And I think like Swan Lake, or no, not Swan Lake. I think it is Swan Lake.
Black Swan.
Black Swan, yeah. With the not Billy Madison, Billy Elliot. At the end when he's in there, I like the music from that. And of course I like Tchaikovsky, but that's classical. And what's your favorite flower?
A Delilah.
A Delilah. I love daisies, but I love...
It could be Dahlia. Delilah. It's something Dahlia, Delilah, I think.
Jim always gives me a rose for my birthday and my anniversary and for Christmas and that. So I do like a rose. But my favorite flower is, like out in my garden, is, because I can never grow roses, they always die on me, is daisies. I do like daisies. So those are our questions for this week. So if you have any questions,
ask away.
Ask us anything, because like you can see, Jimmy will share just about anything.
Anything.
So if you're new to our channel, please subscribe.
Comment.
Like.
Share.
We'll see you guys next week.